Hi, everyone. I'm Suze, the accidental blogger. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's really important to me: health, aging, and the choices we make before illness forces us to make them. Please sit back and relax. At the end, I will share with you free downloadable resources for all of you who are interested in learning more and specifically how to begin a whole food, plant-based lifestyle, which is so important for me to create awareness to you that you know that such a thing exists and that you do have control and that you can be the CEO of your own health. But give me a chance here to explain and begin with the story. In 1986, at the age of 82, and 1986, that was 40 years ago, Dr. Seuss published an unusual book called You Are Only Old Once. And this book, amazing. It's an amazing, amazing book. For sure, this wasn't The Cat in the Hat. It wasn't green eggs and ham. No, none of that. This book was written when Dr. Seuss was in his early 80s, and by many accounts, his own health was on the decline. So it made sense that instead of writing about mischievous cats or whimsical creatures, he wrote about something entirely different: his life in that moment, dealing with many illnesses, including oral cancer. He wrote about doctors, tests, waiting rooms, specialists, one after the other, procedures, pills, and bills. The art in this book is fabulous, and he wrote it from his own experiences of waiting in waiting rooms. And I love this picture of him where he actually did sit in a waiting room in his robe next to a fish tank. And this is Norval, the fish, that helps him through his days when he goes to the doctor. Yep, the whole bewildering experience of being an older adult trying to navigate the medical system. Could we say medical monopoly? Here's a picture of him visualizing himself undergoing a stress test. I mean, the art is just incredible. So the subtitle of the book says it all: a book for obsolete children. Classic Seuss right here. Funny, sharp, and just a bit edgy and uncomfortable. As I read the sub, I found myself laughing out loud. But not much has changed, I thought, really. Here we are, 40 years after the publication of You Are Only Old Once, and Dr. Seuss's medical experiences were the same as folks experience today. Have we made any progress in our medical system? I don't think so. You know this. People are bounced from specialist to specialist, still waiting, still testing, still collecting prescriptions, still searching for answers. And here is a picture of Dr. Seuss where this is a picture of him with the pill drill. And you can see he's so puzzled by all the pills and prescriptions that he's been offered here. He just did a wonderful job in this book. Honestly, I love it so much. And we shouldn't forget about, oh my gosh, we did the pill drill, but what about the bill drill? And here he is facing all the bills at the end. I mean, we can laugh at this, but oh my gosh, I mean, this was 40 years ago and nothing has changed. So one of my favorite lines from Dr. Seuss is, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. That is not from this book, but that is from another book, Oh, The Places You Can Go, which is one of my very favorites of Dr. Seuss. So Dr. Seuss was not talking about nutrition, but I think that a quote applies perfectly to us today. While we cannot control everything, we can control far more than we are often led to believe. And that brings me to the reason this book inspired me. As I turned the pages, I realized something. Most of the book is about what happens after after humans get sick. But how about this? What if we spent more time thinking about staying well? Or how about this one? What if we focus less on managing disease and more on preventing it? What a concept, right? What if we use those same brains in our heads and those feet in our shoes to walk a different direction? Rebellious aging asks us a different question. What if we focused on staying well long before you enter the waiting room and have to sit by Norval the fish for comfort? What is rebellious aging, you ask? For sure, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not about becoming invisible. It's not about fighting what comes naturally, not about denying reality. Nope, it is about questioning outdated assumptions, you know, like the idea that decline is inevitable. It's not. That we must fade into the background, become invisible, or that more pills are the answer. Rebellious aging is about choosing curiosity over fear and participation over resignation. Don't accept it all. One of the most powerful tools I have found in this approach is something so surprisingly simple. Can you guess it? I bet you can. It's how we eat, how we feed ourselves. A whole food plant based lifestyle focuses on foods that come from the ground, plants, dirt, soil, um, sun, water, thyme, the real stuff from the ground, not the factory. Fruits, veggies, beans, whole grains, nuts, and seeds prepared as close to their natural form as possible. This is not about perfection. It's certainly not about judgment. It's certainly not about deprivation. It's about nourishment. Yay! I encourage you to stop and think as you reach for your next bite. Switch out the word eat for the word nourish and watch your choices improve, your energy soar, your ailments heal, and your weight stabilize without counting 1 calorie. Just damn do it. When we support our bodies consistently over time, we reduce the need for what Dr. Seuss so humorously illustrated: endless tests, medications, and confusion. After all is said and done, the medical monopoly only has to offer us drugs, injections, tests, and surgeries. They use a reductionist philosophy to treat us. They treat the symptoms, not the cause. That's truth, and that's reality. Remember this: there is no money to be had in well people. It seems like to me, I don't know what you think, but it seems to me that physicians have become legal drug dealers, good at prescribing for symptoms rather than the root cause or even searching for the root cause. Drugs are prescribed easily, mostly without any offer of an alternative plan. We all know that. And the scariest part is that once you are on the drugs, and perhaps even the drugs prescribed to mitigate the effects of the first drug, or the second drug, or the third drug to mitigate the first and second drug, or the fourth and fifth, guess what? They've got you. Now, for sure, your fate is sealed. You are in their web. Back for repeat visits and for more prescriptions. You can read all about it in Dr. Seuss's book. Probably referrals to different doctors because of the reductionist way of medicine today, or a new procedure, or wait a minute, a ride through a fancy diagnostic machine. Right, these are great at the moment, but not always. Remember, those are $1 million machines. and somebody has to pay for them. So I say to you, you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain by adopting more plants in your life and watching yourself soar as you are. Oh, as for me, aha, my arthritis disappeared, my cholesterol fell, my heart flutters disappeared, my eyesight improved, gone was the brain fog, my memory is great, my energy escalated, and my weight stabilized, and all with ever counting calories or even thinking about what I was eating because I was only eating nutrition. Because I began eating truckloads of fruits and veggies and beans and grains and nuts and seeds, I eliminated all animals and their byproducts. So inflammatory. Think about it. There is so much deliciousness in the veggies and the fruits and the nuts and the beans. So I say to you, how about less time sitting in the waiting room with Norval the goldfish comforting you, and more time dancing through your days? How to begin? Starting does not require a complete overhaul. But a side note here, the results are dose reactive. So the more veggies and plants that you put on your plate, the better the results are that you're gonna see and feel, and more consistent results. So here, I would like to read a quote from Dr. Dean Ornish to this point about being dose reactive. Dr. Ornish serves as the founder and president of a nonprofit preventative medicine research institute and as a clinical professor of medicine at the University of California, San Francisco. And the reason I think this is important is because it's not easy to begin a whole food plant-based diet, because there's so much tied up in food, um, emotional things aside from this, aside from just the actual nourishment or getting a full belly. So let me read what he has to say, because before you begin, you need to think about this. When people make only moderate changes in diet and lifestyle, they really have the worst of both worlds. They have the sense of deprivation because they are not able to do everything that they want to do, but they're not making big enough changes to make them feel much better or to have much effect on their weight, cholesterol, or their health. On the other hand, when people make comprehensive changes in their diet and lifestyle, they begin to feel so much better so quickly that the choices become clear and, for many people, definitely worth making. Yeah, but it can begin. Actually, you can begin with just one curious choice. I mean, you don't have to clean out your fridge and your pantry and all of that, but just start adding to your plate. You can do one meal at a time, one meal vegetarian, vegan, one swap, one day a week. The key here is to make a plan and to work your plan. Add before you subtract. Keep adding to your plate, adding more veggies and more fruits and grains and blah, blah, blah to your plate. And that will automatically, you'll eat less of the bad stuff, the animal products and the ultra processed foods and all of that. Be intentional. And remember, whenever you put something in your mouth, be intentional. When you reach for the chocolate chip cookie or the Doritos or the cheese or the M&Ms or the steak, think nourish, think inflammation, think nourish rather than eat. This is not about being perfect, and I'm definitely not being judgy here at all. It's about being present and aware, because all I'm trying to do is make you aware that there is a way that is better than drugs, and the faster you get on it, the less chance you're going to be sitting in that waiting room in a robe, in a gown, looking for Norval the goldfish for support. Oh my gosh. Section 7, the reward. Oh, the things that can happen when plants fill your plate. There are so many. Oh, the things that can happen. Please, I ask forgiveness of Dr. Seuss as I take a stab at my own rhyme, explaining the rewards of plant strong living. Bear with me here. Oh, the things that can happen. Yes, truly, it's true. When plants fill your plate and you start feeding you. Not perfect, not rigid, no rule book, no fight, just small, kind choices, bite after bite. You might wake up one morning and this, well, I'll be damned. I don't feel tired. What's happening to me? Your energy rises, no crash, no regret. You move through your day with a lot more pep. Your heart might whisper, "Thank you, how nice," as pressure softens and blood flows just right. No magic, no miracle, just bodies that know what to do when we finally let them just do what they do. Your weight, oh, your weight, it may stop the debate. No counting, no punishing, no wrestling fate. Your body remembers its natural place and it settles in gently at its own loving pace. Your thinking gets clearer. That fog, it retreats. You walk in a room and you actually recall while you are there. Your joints start to notice, your mornings feel kind, less stiffness, less ache, more ease in your spine. Inflammation quiets, the noise settles down, and movement feels friendly, not something to frown. Your doctor might notice, your numbers will change, sometimes fewer meds, with guidance arranged. No promises made, just hope rooted deep, and what bodies can do when they're nourished, not beat. Food becomes different. No guilt, no disguise, not an enemy lurking or a test to survive. Food becomes fuel and joy and a friend, something working with you, not against you. And then here's the sneaky part, confidence grows. You realize one day, hey, I chose this. And that feeling, it flows into how you stand, how you speak, how you age, how you show up, center stage. And here's the best part, you're never too late. Your next chapter might start on your very next plate. Not all at once, not overnight, just one small green step and then another bite. Oh, the things that can happen when plants fill your plate. By Seuss, asking permission and forgiveness from Dr. Seuss. Now remember, progress tastes much better than perfection. So, as Dr. Seuss says, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. And sometimes getting on your way begins with something simple and powerful as what you choose to put on your plate. And when you think things are bad, when you feel sour and blue, when you start to get mad, you should do what I do. Just tell yourself, Ducky, you're really quite lucky. Dr. Seuss reminded us to notice our luck, and today I feel really lucky to be here with you. So we can laugh at the way aging is often presented to us, and then we have the option to choose a different way. Treat your body right long before it starts sending reminders. My final favorite quote, well, not my favorite, but one of my tops, and I keep it close to my heart, is from Michael Pollan. Eat food, not too much, mostly plants. So, people, if anything I share today sparked your curiosity, I'd love to help you take the next step. And Enzo is going to help me to share some free downloads with you. And one of them is from the Esselstyn's Foundation, and it's quite a significant booklet. And it's entitled Plant-Based Jumpstart, where you'll get a lot of ideas from, and that is going to be a free download for you. And along with that, we have from the T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies another booklet with a lot of the same information, just in different ways, and it's really excellent. Living a Whole Food Plant-Based Life by the T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies. We're also going to have to download a paper that I'm going to share books. I'm going to share the things that really help me to start thinking about nutrition when I ate and what was going to nourish my body. And so on this document, there will be a list of books that I recommend that you read, documentaries that I meant that you read, and one book if you're really interested. It's like a starter book for a whole food plant-based, written by a dear friend of mine, and it really is fabulous because she writes it about how she changed her family over to a whole food plant-based way of life. And the book is called For Fork's Sake by my friend Rachel J. Brown. And I really recommend it. It's easy. And then all the other stuff, like the China Study, the Colin Campbell's books, The China Study Whole, and all the others, and Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn with Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, and Dr. Grego. All these guys are so good. And here's the thing. You can always get in touch with me. You can reach me at Suze at rebelwithsuze.com. Always happy to, I'll always respond back to you. And check out my website, which is rebelwithsuze.com. And all of this will be on the documents that Enzo is going to have for you, and you're going to be able to download at the end of this video, which is ending right now. And I just want to say to you, I love you guys. And let's remember one of Dr. Seuss's favorite quotes. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? So I say to you, be too much, be extra. I love you. See you soon.
Hey guys, I'm Enzo, the tech support for Rebellious Aging, and thank you so much for watching the video. We worked really hard on it, and I wanted to go and show you the website here. You can go to rebelwithsuze.com and kind of get all the latest and greatest from Suze, all the latest documentation or guides and updates and blog posts and videos that Suze has shared over time. And so you can kind of go to the free guides section up here at the top, in the top nav bar at the very top of the website. If you click that, you can kind of see these, those guides that Suze has just mentioned. So you have a few different 3 free guides there you can access super easily. And then on top of that, you can also go down to the talk page or watch the talk where you can rewatch, this video if you would like to. Of course, you can watch it on YouTube too. Join our Facebook group, and then you have kind of all the other key materials and everything like that too, and little rabbit holes you can jump down to learn more. So thanks again so much for watching, and best of luck with your journey.